Saturday Night Ride with DJ Epps. It's time to turn up your smart device and crank it loud. Hey, yo, Epps, let these motherfuckers know.
What up, it's the world famous DJ Epps right here on LL Cool J Rock the Bells Radio, SiriusXM Channel 43, broadcasting live in Miami. And I need everybody to subscribe, leave a comment on the #1 weekend show in the world. And I promised you and I told you I had a legend passing through to come hang out with me, man. He's just not an artist, not a DJ, but one of the baddest producers in the world. An OG, a legend. Everybody, y'all say what's up to my guy, Diamond D. What's up, D?
What's up, Epps? How you doing, fam?
Everything good, family, man.
All right.
We here, and thank you for coming by Miami.
Of course.
Yeah, you're looking right, you know what I mean? All you need is some lemonade, some flip-flops, you know what I mean?
Right at home.
That's what it is. Diamond D digging in the crates in the building, and you got the new album out right now, the Dime Piece 3.
Yes.
Come on, man. Like, what? Yo, OG, this album is a masterpiece, of course, man. Give me some words about this album that you're putting out right now.
Yeah, the Dime Piece 3. This is the last of the trilogy. But what happened was I had a bunch of songs. So rather than release 27 or 28 songs at once in this climate, I chose to just chop it up into 3 parts. You know what I mean? So the first part is the one that's out right now. You know, I got my man R.J. Payne on there, Bone Crusher, 38 Special. You know, my man Sky Zoo.
Torre,
and the new singles, yeah, of course, Torre.
You went a little different on this album.
KRS-One.
Yeah, like it's you know, with the features, I was kind of shocked to see the Fat Man Scoop or the Bone Crusher.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you took it to our boy Torre, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, my thing is I like lyricists. So everybody who participates on my projects, lyricism is first.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm looking forward to see the results of this album. You know, everybody loved the first part, you know, Dime Piece 1, Dime Piece 2. Right. So, you know, like I said, this will be the last of the trilogy. It's going to be in 3 parts. The first part is Initium, Duo, and the last part is Tria. Right. You know what I mean? So I'm going to release these albums. Well, the first one is out right now, but the second one I'm going to release probably like in 3 or 4 months, and then the final one will come after that, 3 or 4 months after that.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Because it's ridiculous to release a project in this climate, like I said, with 28 songs. Even me, I wouldn't listen to an album with 28 songs on it.
Not at this
time.
What I mean? You know what I mean? And how do you feel about some of these artists that just, making their singles about 2.5 minutes versus,
the 3.5 or whatever.
You know what I mean? Yeah. 3 verses, a bridge, and all that.
Yeah, it's like, with the industry now is single driven.
Right.
We from the era where, you would sit and listen to the whole album. You know what I mean? So, I'm trying to bring that feeling back. My brothers Carmen and Pete Rock, right? They dropped their album. The Beat Miners dropped their album. Right. But we got to get back to listening to whole albums as a concept.
You're absolutely right. And that's when I was growing up, we was just ready to hear the Illmatic whole album. We was ready to hear the whole Tribe all album. You know what I mean? But nowadays, man, you said it right. It's single driven.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And the algorithm and how these kids are creating their hit records, because let's keep it a buck. They got some hit records out there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Now, are they timeless?
Yeah, art is subjective. Yeah. But, everybody like what they like.
Yeah. But you hit it on the mark, man. It's like, when the South was coming up, they had that saying, the South has something to say. I feel like the OGs now got something to say. Like you said, Pete Rock and Common got their stuff coming out. Yeah. You got your shit coming out. Right. LL got his shit coming out. You know what I mean?
Uncle L.
You know what I mean? Hey, by the way, we're gonna play that Passion in a minute, ladies and gentlemen. I know y'all love that.
Definitely.
But D, this joint with KRS-One, the Kings.
Yeah. We're
gonna play that right quick. Talk to me about this single.
Man, you know, me and Chris, South Bronx connection. Mm-hmm. I produced songs for Chris in the past. I produced Build Your Skills. Let Me Tell You What I Know.
Right.
I worked on his second album, KRS-One.
Yeah.
So, you know, when we came together this time, it was just natural. Nothing was forced. Easy. And I wanted to bring Chris back to that era, that 95, 96 boom bap era. Mm-hmm. So when he heard the beat, he wrote to it immediately. Mm-hmm. And he sent me the lyrics back in a week.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Too easy.
Yeah, I mean, for KRS-One to get back to you that fast, you know, he definitely felt the joint. And you can tell by his delivery in the song that he really dug into it. So I'm really proud of that.
Go ahead and introduce the record. Let me break it down for them right quick.
Yo, this is the new joint, The Kings, KRS-One, produced by yours truly, Big Diamond D.
Let's go. What up, everybody? It's the world famous DJ Epps Saturday Night Ride. I got the legend digging in the crates, Diamond D in the building today with me, man. Yo, D, the album's crazy. Dime Piece 3 out right now. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Everybody, please go get it. It's streaming on all platforms right now.
That's right.
D, let's go back into time, man.
Yeah.
The beginning stages. You know what I mean? When did you figure out that you wanted to be a producer? How did the Diamond D name come about? Who helped you show you that you wanted to be a producer / DJ / artist? What came first? What came second? What came third?
Well, you know, Epps, like most producers, we all started out as DJs.
Right.
You know, the Just Blazers, the Dr. Dre's, the Timberlands, the Battle Cats, the Pete Rocks, you know, Lord Professor. You know, most producers, not all, but for the most part, all producers, we all started out as DJs.
Right.
So, you know, when I grew up, that was my first thing. I was heavy into DJing. Mm-hmm. And then I got a deal. I was in a group called the Ultimate Force. Mm-hmm. And we got signed by the legendary Jazzy J. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And being around Lord Finesse, being around Grand Poobah, me and Premier, we worked on Lord Finesse's first album.
Right.
Showbiz also. And just being around MCs, you know, really, really good MCs, Grand Poobah, the Brand Nubians. I noticed I had a gift for rhyming.
Right.
So I decided to explore that. You know what I mean? Some people was like, nah, you should just stay with DJing. I'm like, yo, listen, I'm gonna let everybody know. Explore all your talents.
Right.
Don't ever be boxed up into a corner, because you never know what could come out of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And one thing led to another. I got a deal, and that led to me creating Stunts, Blunts, and Hip Hop.
Right.
You know, one of the most classic albums in hip hop.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you know, everything from there just is kind of a snowball effect.
Right. And you know, out comes legendary joints like Sally Got a One Track Mind,
Best Kept Secret. Yo, that's that shit.
Can't Front. Yo, that's that shit.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So the Digging in the Crates crew.
Right.
Did that just come about like, oh man, I grew up with these guys, we're just gonna come up with this crew called Digging in the Crates? Or was it like, oh man, I got Big L, I got, you know, Buckwild, I got Showbiz and AG, you know, how
you know what? We all were doing our thing individually.
Right.
But we all lived in the same neighborhood in the South Bronx. Big L was from Harlem. Mm-hmm. You know, he came into the clique through Lord Finesse. Mm-hmm. OC from Queens, he came into the clique through Buckwild.
Right.
But it basically just started off as all of us being friends, and as a collective, we all just came together and pulled all of our resources together. Right. And that was the premise for Digging in the Crates.
What do you like better, producing, DJing, or being an artist?
In this order.
Yeah.
Producing, spitting, DJing.
Right.
You know, I do all three, so, you know, it's crazy because, you know, people will see my name on the flyer and they're like, yo, is he rhyming tonight or is he spinning? So it's like a gift and a curse, you know what I mean? Yeah. But, yo, if you blessed with it, you know, go for yours. You know, I just happen to be one of the few to do all three at a high level.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So you in
I'm
Miami.
blessed in that respect.
You in Miami. You got a DJ gig. You know what I mean? And
Last night.
And you shut it down. And
yeah,
it's amazing how you said it. Like most artists, producers, their first love was being a DJ. So
that's right.
now, you know, we're in an era where all these producers all of a sudden go back to their DJing, their first love. You know what I mean? Jermaine Dupri's, the Lil Jons.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yourself. And I love it. I think it's great because at the same time, I think it's also, you know, teaching everybody about the culture.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Because we both know when the culture started, you know, way back in the day or whatever, you know, the DJ was the focal point.
Right.
You know what I mean? You had groups like Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, Grand Wizard Theodore, the Fantastic Five, DJ Easy Lee and the Treacherous Three. You know, I can go on and on, but the DJ was the focal point.
Right.
You know, at hip hop's inception.
Right.
You know, and then gradually, you know, once the Furious Five came on the set, that's when MCs started, the prominence started looking on the MCs.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, you know, it's the hip hop culture. And I just happened to be born in the South Bronx. So I, you know, as a kid, 6, 7, 8 years old, I was able to see these things. So.
And how do you feel about when you look at the Bronx now? You still got people like Cardi B coming out, and still repping the Bronx, and the Bronx is just
shouts out to Cardi.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
You know that BX is the birthplace, so you know
you're not going nowhere.
Yeah, you know what I mean. We always gonna represent.
But you are the best kept secret. Let me throw it back right quick, if you don't mind.
Take it back. Take it back.
You know what it is, DJ Epps, SiriusXM. Let me throw it down right quick, man. DJ Epps, Diamond D in the building, digging in the SiriusXM Channel 43, LL Cool J Rock the Bells. I am DJ Epps, broadcasting live from Miami, Florida. I got my man Diamond D digging in the crates. I always loved that name, digging in the crates. You know, I'm pretty sure every DJ loved those words, digging in the crates.
Right. You know, again, if you're from that era, you know, you see a DJ spinning now, you know, you don't see no crates. You know, everything's on a USB drive. But, you know, at one time, if you saw a DJ who was about his business, he was in front of his crates.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And he was showing off. Listen, man. I say it a couple of times, no disrespect to her, but I think, you know, it was Paris Hilton's fault that she made it a thing for everybody to become a DJ now. You know what I mean? Yeah,
I remember that time. Yeah.
So
it's
like,
you know, Paris, you know, she's caked up. You know, it's just something to do.
Listen,
you know what I mean? But in hindsight, it gave everybody the idea, like, yo, I could do this shit too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But real talk, there's scratches, there's blends, there's transition. Not everybody could do it, D.
That's right. It's definitely a skill set. You can't just go out and buy you a DJ controller, and then, you know, spend a couple of MP3s and call yourself a DJ. You know what I mean? It's definitely more to that.
Absolutely.
But also, the name Digging in the Crates came from us finding these rare records, sampling and chopping them up. You know, so that's definitely 85% of where the name Digging in the Crates came from. You know, everybody was sampling James Brown and, you know, George Clinton. Everybody in my clique, you know, we went beyond that.
Right.
You listen to Showbiz and AG first album or my first album, Lord Finesse first album, you know, Fat Joe, OC, Big L. A lot of the joints we was sampling, people wasn't even rocking with yet.
Right.
So that's really where the name stemmed from.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. A lot of these new DJs don't realize how tough it was for us back in the days, carrying crates from club to club, trunk to trunk.
Yo.
And even digging in the crates, like really, like you guys, Dr. Dre's, when I say you guys, Pete Rock, Dr. Dre, Just Blaze, you guys would go to the Rockin' Souls, the Wiz, or whatever, you know what I mean? And just
Epps said the Wiz. Yo.
Listen.
Man, yo, you had to be there.
Listen,
you know
don't let the Miami fool you. You know what I mean? I'm a New York guy. I'm a New York boy, but Miami made me. But I do remember just walking down on Broadway go to 96th Street and to
right.
the Wiz.
Yeah.
And just go pick up the Big Daddy Kings, the Special Eds, the Roxanne,
the
Shantae.
Wiz, B Street.
Yeah, B Street. You know what I mean? Just putting myself in that zone in there, and it was just a beautiful thing.
And don't forget, you had to buy doubles.
Exactly.
Doubles.
They don't know about the white labels.
Nah, right. This is pre-Serato, everybody. It's pre-Serato. You had to, and that was the beauty about being a DJ, because you might have doubles of a break beat that nobody else has.
Right.
You know what I mean? And all that did was enhance your DJ set.
Right.
But shouts out to all the DJs from that era who put in time, put in work, carrying speakers, carrying crates, and all of that,
But D, also let them know, man, like, it's very important for these artists to make sure they have a DJ by their side with their project, with their movement.
Right.
Everything that they doing, because, I say it all the time. We take it back with Premier and Guru. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even right now, how Drama is taking care of Jack Harlow and Jeezy and T.I.
Right.
You know what I mean?
DJ's always been important.
Very important.
At one time, the industry was trying to phase out the DJ, but you can't do that. DJs are the ones who break the records.
Who was trying to fizzle out the DJs?
Come on, how? Where would we be without the DJ?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? The game would be over.
Absolutely.
Over.
Absolutely.
And whenever artists are out promoting their new records, who do they want to sit down with? The DJs. And
that's why I love, till this day, breaking records. It's very important.
Yes.
The world want to hear new stuff. You know what I mean? If you're a good DJ that could rock a party and play a new music and not disrupt the dance floor,
right.
You're a great DJ.
Exactly. Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And now, this time, this age, I love how, like yourself, you came out of a party last night doing vinyls. Am I right?
Yeah, definitely. I do the 45. That's my thing.
Look at that. Like, who would think? Nobody ain't bringing back cassettes. Nobody ain't bringing back 4-tracks, but they bought the 45s, the 12-inch out.
The beauty about the beauty about 45s is there was some young people in there, in their early 20s.
Right.
And from the looks of their faces, you can tell they've never even seen 45s before.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you were born in the early 90s, you don't know what a 45 is.
Some of these kids look at the turntables like,
right.
What's that long swivel?
Unless your uncle or your aunties or your moms and pops, they might have 45 laying around the house. But
right.
I just like that aspect of it. Also, I like the digging aspect of it. Mm-hmm. Finding doubles of these records.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it entertains me. And, it's a sweet side hustle that I enjoy doing.
And as a producer, before we get up out of here, everybody needs to still look for Diamond D, man. You still knocking them beats out.
Definitely. Everybody go cop that Dime Piece 3.
Yep.
Streaming on all DSPs.
Out now.
And I'm going to have the vinyls ready in about another month. I always do vinyls for my projects.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's just for the DJ culture and for the collectors, too.
Right.
You know what I mean? So a lot of you new artists always make vinyl. You know what I mean? Right. CDs, but do the vinyls. Do the vinyls, because people will buy them.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Sir.
D, man. Diamond D.
Yeah.
Thank you, OG.
Thanks
legend.
for having me, man.
You know what I mean? For hanging out with your boy, coming
no
to
doubt.
Miami. My crib is your crib.
All right.
Anything you need, I'm a phone call away, man.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for riding out on a Saturday night ride right here on LL Cool J Rock the Bell, SiriusXM. I'm going to leave out on a high note. Like he said, the Dime Piece 3 album is out right now. Since I'm from the South, I'm pretty sure the South want to hear the joint with Bone Crusher, so I'm going to just break that down for them.
Yeah. Shouts out to my man Bone Crusher.
Yeah.
One of the illest MCs out of Atlanta.
Right.
Let's go.
Let's do it, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I got another hour. I'm about to give you that energy. Ladies, get the drinks out. Fellas, get the blunts out. Whatever you got to do. But we're going to continue to party right here on the Saturday Night Ride. LL Cool J Rock the Bells Radio. Diamond D. Salute, my brother.
Salute, man.
Woo!
Peace.
The Saturday Night Ride
with DJ